for literature. Each week, we're going to embark on quests through enchanted forests. We're going to face mythological creatures and unravel the secrets of spellbinding stories. Whether you're a seasoned fantasy reader or you're discovering the world of magic, we're going to explore the latest releases. We're going to discuss beloved classics and chat and with incredible people. So grab your wizard staff, prepare your spells, and let's get lost in the pages of imagination.
I am excited to start this podcast with you, Jessica. Well, a little bit about myself before we get into you. Well, you know what? No, we're not going to do that. We're going to do ladies first. So tell us about your favorite fantasy books and why you started. What made you get into fantasy and reading?
So in high school, it was, I think a lot of people, it was Harry Potter, getting lost into that magical world. As a kid, I used to read R.L Stine Goosebumps, but I quickly learned fantasy was where it was at for me. And I've read amazing books, but this year, if I had to pick one out, I think so far it's been Rage of Dragons for me.
Rage of Dragons. I got you. I would say for me, like you, I was in the Goosebumps, Say Cheese and Die, the Cuckoo Clock of Doom, the Gnomes, Slappy, obviously. So, many different Goosebumps books. I had the whole box collection that my mother got for me when I was young. And the same thing with Harry Potter. I really enjoyed Harry Potter. I think I skipped Prisoner of Azkaban because I wound up seeing it in a movie before I could get it at Barnes and Nobles. I know.
The book first.
I know. I messed up, but I will tell you, this year, Fourth Wing has taken the world by storm, it's taken me by storm. Like, it left me in so much of a slump that it really took me a long time to. Like, I don't really want to read another fantasy book, but we're going to talk about what is it, Rage of the Dragon?
Rage of Dragons. Yeah. No, but, you bring up Fourth Wing. That was another amazing read for me. I read that book 3 times in a row because I the deep dive that I had to take is just like, what? And then Iron Flame left on that cliffhanger. I can't wait for January for Onyx Storm.
Onyx Storm is definitely, I can't wait till we read it and review it. I will say, what was your favorite thing about either or the book? Like, what was your favorite moment from either Fourth Wing or Iron Flame?
Fourth Wing, I just love Violet's character so much. I love seeing just powerful female characters, her interaction, the banter between her and Xaden. But there was the world building for me. And I mean, you say dragons and I'm there.
And you're there.
And oh my God, I can't think of her dragon's name right now, but
Ardana or Terran?
Terran. He makes the book to me. Like,
yeah,
I need me a Terran in my life.
He's definitely one of the ones that I enjoy. But it's crazy. Like, one of the things that stuck out to me the most was, I believe it was in Iron Flame when the Griffins and the Basgaiath War College students were going up the mountain, and they were talking about the parapet and then what they got to do. And it was funny because they was like, what do y'all have to do? And she was like, we have to go to the mountain or wherever they go. And she's like, if we fall, we just come around the creek or come around the river or wherever they was coming around where the water was at. And she was like, what? Y'all don't die? And that moment was like, she was like, yo, y'all be dying? Like, you fall off and you die. So she's like, what did y'all become? She's like, they do something else. They're just not warriors. We don't kill them off. So I thought like that was like one of the epitome moments in the book.
Yeah, that extreme difference between the two sides. It's like, yeah, it's just, and when she was going through the torture scene, and I think Liam's a death that I'm never going to get over.
Now, let me tell you this, because there's so many theories out there about her second signet. I feel like, I think she can conjure the dead. I think she can speak to the dead. That's one of the things that I think. I could be totally wrong, but I think so too. That conversation felt too real.
Yes, way too real. But I thought that I have a couple of theories on that.
Come on, let's talk about it.
I feel like she's possibly intrinsic, a variation of intrinsic as well.
Oh, I'm hearing so many things, and she made us wait a whole year because this book came out last year this time, right? Yeah. Wasn't it like November 10th or something like that?
November. It was November, December, January around there.
Yeah. It was definitely, because I remember I went to the book release party at Books A Million for it, and I got it and I read it and I was like, man, this book is amazing. But I rushed through it.
So mad that I rushed through it, and I haven't reread it yet. So I said I'll reread it when Onyx Storm comes out. Because again, I read Fourth Wing. I think I was like a year late to the party. It had been out for a while. And I'm telling you, I rarely read books more than once. I want to deep dive Rage of Dragons with you because I know I missed so much with the first read. But Fourth Wing, and even though I read it 3 times in a row, and I was listening to some podcasts, and I said, I still, with fantasy, you're always going to miss something.
Right. And that's why our deep dives need to be real thorough. We can't miss out because we're gonna have people listening to us, and they're gonna want the best from us. Getting into this Rage of Dragons, I have shelved this book because at first I got it and I was started to read it, and then I got the book and I started to listen to it. And I won't lie to you, I DNF'd it because I'm really in the hangover from I did read Blood at the Root by Ladarian Williams.
That one was good too.
Yeah, that one was definitely good. I'm just thinking about
I'm waiting for book 2.
Yeah. And I was like, yo, let me, we talked via TikTok, and then we got a chance to talk through WhatsApp, and we came to the conclusion that we'll do Rage of the Dragon. So I'm excited. You said it was good, so I'm gonna take your word on it.
But it is a high fantasy. So after, I think a lot of people, like you said, were experiencing those book hangovers, and sometimes jumping fantasy to fantasy. And with Fourth Wing, it was very beginner fantasy. Right. It's a good book for people trying to dabble in fantasy. But to me, Rage of Dragons is more high fantasy. And so, jumping from Fourth Wing to Rage of Dragon is wild.
Yeah. So, this is going to be like the first, because I couldn't do the Akator series. I'm going to just say the Akator. She got a lot of books. It's a lot of those books. 20 hours, 25 hours a listen. So I could imagine a read.
I will say this. ACOTAR was fine. And I know like girls are going crazy over the Bat Boys. Right. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed it. Throne of Glass, when I read it last year, surpassed Harry Potter. And that's saying a lot because we're a Harry Potter household. Right. And when I was telling my dad that, he was like, that is blasphemous. I was like, no, like you don't understand the world. It's more adult because, Harry Potter is very young adult. Yes. This was just like, if you get a chance, dive into it. It's a lot. It is. But if you're anything like me, I'm in the middle of like 10 plus series. I don't read a series in its entirety because I need palate cleansers in between my fantasy reads. So.
I won't lie to you. I did a series. I did the Crave series like that. Crave, Crush, Court, Covert. Crush,
I haven't read those yet.
Charmed, and I forgot the last one. I know it was like 5 or 6 of them. I did the whole series. I had to finish it. I was a big Hudson Vega fan. Okay. I think Tracy Wolf, she got me with that series. I wasn't really a fan of her Nightmare. What is it?
I don't think I've read anything by Tracy Wolf. I'm going to have to check her out.
Really? It's her Sweet Nightmare. Yo, I would say her Crush book was amazing. Crush and Crave are her two best books to me.
They see them in the stores all the time.
And you bypass them all the time.
Because there's just my physical TBR is astronomical.
Too much.
I want to say it's embarrassing, but I could have worse habits. So
right.
So my thing is like, I like it, I love it, I bought it, and when I can't buy it, then I can,
I can't.
Got my little library back here.
I see. Yeah. I'm really feeling the library, and one thing I've learned about books, as I'm going to show you, because you have it already, but this was the book I like. Spray tan edges. Yes. Like, and I see the book, I see all the collections, and I'm like, yo, spray tan edges make your bookshelf look like amazing.
And a lot of my friends, like, they'll come visit. They're like, "Are these books you can actually read?" Absolutely.
Right. They think it's like
I read them.
Different.
I'm very gentle with them. Yeah, they think it's just like trophies. I'm just like, props. Well, they are.
Yeah,
but they're not props. I mean, you can read them for sure. But I discovered sprayed edges with Fourth Wing. And I don't know if you've seen how much those original sprayed edges, like the hardback goes for with the dragons. I mean, people are selling that for thousands of dollars online. What? And I'm just like, not me, not never. But I was able to get the paperback because it just got released this year. And I said, well, I'll have an original dragon paperback at least because usually they do these as like first print runs. And after that, they don't make them anymore. I was like, I'm not going to be in that I'm not going to be in that wagon. I'm not going to miss out on my spread.
Right. Yeah. So are you gonna pre-order Onyx Storm?
It's been that was pre-ordered when she released it months ago.
See, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna listen to the book. I'm gonna listen to it. So
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
do
just get it
both.
from Audible.
Yeah,
I want to read it, but I feel like between going to the gym
yeah,
and I feel like, but now I gotta pay more attention. I
yeah.
can't just go
You
through the
got
book,
to. Right.
for more. We got listeners now, so
Yeah.
I'm excited. But
Yeah.
Rage of Dragons is going to be our first episode. We'll definitely have that coming soon. We'll hit y'all with some more details coming soon, and I'm excited to see everything that got everything that's in store for us at the
Absolutely.
end of this year, early next year.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait to see where this goes. I'm excited to get started. This is something that I've been wanting to do for years.
Right.
And I just never knew where to get started. So I'm really glad you reached out, and I'm glad this is working out.
Right.
I'm excited. I'm excited to do
And
these.
let's tell the people, because I reached out to you months ago. I reached out to you months ago when I was like, "Hey, are you interested in doing the podcast?" I was real selective because I wanted somebody who, when you watch people, you'll see like, okay, they like reading. Like, all right, so how would they be
Right.
as a host?
Right. Yeah, because
are
not
they
everyone,
compatible with me?
not everyone, some people get a little camera shy when they get on camera. And some people on Book Talk, you could tell that they're not reading
Right.
the books like readers read the books. So,
right.
yeah.
Because if I can go back and I look at people who read Frida McFadden books, those books I pay real attention to.
Yeah.
Like thriller books, because I'm always trying to figure out who the killer was, and I be seeing some people on Book Talk is fraudulent. And they're reading. I think they hit them with like the Cleveland notes, the Cliff
notes. Yep.
And they'll make a video, and I'm like, you didn't really read the book.
Yeah, because
I look for things that's not
attraction
that people don't just talk about in the book. Little spoilers, little plot twists.
Yes.
Little certain things. So.
Yeah, you mentioned Frida McFadden. I've only read one of her books, and it was the Housemaid.
Oh man, did you finish it?
Yeah, I finished book 1, but I haven't finished the series. I read
book
my
2?
first. Yeah, I haven't. Is it 2 or 3 books in the series?
It's 3.
Yeah. So I've only read that one, and it doesn't make sense because I thoroughly enjoyed The Housemaid, and she's all over Kindle Unlimited. So I gotta get into her. I gotta get into her. I've just been on my fantasy. For about 2 months, I read nothing but rom-coms, and I'm on my historical fictions, but I'm finally back into my fantasy. I was like, I missed it. I got to get back to it.
Yeah, no, her second book is a classic. It's the best one of the whole series. Okay. Now, side note, they are making a movie. She just got approved for a movie.
Nice.
Yeah. And she has the 2 actors that's already playing her or top. I forgot the girl's name, but if you go to her Instagram page, it's up there. They're making a movie.
I'm gonna have to go
just like Michael B. Jordan adopted the Fourth Wing series, and now they're about to make a series.
I'm excited about that. I can't wait to see what he does with that. But it's so funny because like my friends laugh at me all the time. It's just like, I want to read the book, and then I want to go watch the movie so I could be disappointed. So I could be disappointed because they never get it right.
It's an Amazon release, so I don't know if they're gonna do. I don't know if they're gonna do it as a season. It might cost a lot because you got to get it right. You can't mess this up. So
you got to do the special effects. The dragons need to be real dragons, and
I need to see Commander Varys incinerate somebody on the field.
Yes, I want all the stories. I need them to treat it like they treated Game of Thrones. I'm the budget and everything. Right.
So it's going to draw a lot of people, and us as book readers or audio book readers, we're going to be in there criticizing everything. I just want to go and watch it and just enjoy it.
Yes.
And I want to go with a bunch of people. If I see people with books, standing there in line, I'm not going to go see it. I want to go see it with the people with fresh eyes. Probably go see a matinee like 12 o'clock in the afternoon or something.
I don't know. In my age of 43, I'm a matinee girl.
Yeah, it's easier to be in a movie theater at that time. In and out, you enjoy the movie, no talking.
Now, when you go, it's like, was I really that annoying as a teenager? Probably.
Oh my God. Yes.
I'm just like, can you be quiet?
Yeah, like you looking around like, yo, what are y'all doing? Like, bro, we're trying to watch the movie.
Right, like be quiet. You want to socialize, go to the arcade, bro.
Oh man, well I am excited, and we were just shooting some banter here, just letting y'all know what to expect moving forward from us. And yeah, man, you can find us. We're gonna have our socials linked in soon. We're gonna have that in there. Well, not linked in, but linked in the bio.
in the back. Yeah.
Like everything will be in here. You'll be able to find us. Where can they find you at on TikTok on your page?
So I'm one more page with J. Just the letter
Love the
J.
name.
Yeah. And that's where you can find me. It started off as a book talk, but you'll learn as this podcast progresses. I'm chaotic energy, and so it just
I
depends on
can't
what my
wait
mood is that day.
because I need to bring up my energy. And I don't know if we're gonna have a third. We talked about this off camera. I don't know if we're gonna have a third yet. So it might be three of us next time you see us. You
Maybe.
never know.
Yeah. Never know.
If she's not camera shy, she'll be on here. But if not, you'll see more of me and Jessica.
Yes. Drop your TikTok too. Let them know where they can find
Oh
you.
yeah, I am Books with Rod on TikTok and on YouTube. Don't have an Instagram yet, but they'll be able to find ours as
Yes.
well on
We're gonna get that
Instagram.
all
Everything is
set
going to
up.
be set up for y'all. I
Yes.
promise. I promise. I
We'll even
promise.
have a separate TikTok page for the podcast.
Yes.
So
Yes. I'm
just
excited.
look
I'm
out for
excited.
all that good info. It's coming.
Yes. 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 So until next time, I
Until
am Rod.
I'm Jay, and welcome along this wild ride we're about to
See you
take.
soon.
See you soon.